2007 Silverado again. Work on this thing quite a bit, but problem I'm having right now is that these switches are not working. None of these switches on the driver door module are working. So after doing some checks, I initially thought maybe it's just a bad power, but that proved not to be the case. Fuses were all fine. So then I went to checking grounds, and I noticed this big fat ground right here, which is for the power door locks, pretty big wire, didn't have a ground. So I had thought that would be worth checking, knowing that it's just a ground and not related to the computer, BCM in this case. Went ahead and tore the panel off, as you can see. Started checking that wire up and down here, and I also checked it at its source, which turns out is right here in this fuse box behind the dash panel right here. This big black wire here did have in fact a ground, which pretty much points to being in here somewhere. So after pulling this convoluted tubing out here, the bellows, whatever you want to call it, lo and behold, there it is. Unbelievable. If you have this issue with no communication, you may want to check that big black wire. And apparently GM has a problem with these wires in here. I'll be checking the rest of them. There may be others. Just a bad idea to run that many wires through this little loom, if you will. But that's an interesting fix, and I'm sure that's going to be the problem, no doubt about it. So there you have it. Check those wires in this tubing. Not easy to get to, but it's not that hard.